About to watch a video, two, in fact, clips of corruption here in Frankfort and just about everywhere. And I'm about to show you some evidence that is incredible. Even though you might not want to believe it, it's a lot worse than this. What you're about to see is Philip Judge Shepard in one video telling me that beneficial people who claims to hold a mortgage against me, and that they cannot produce a legal obligation, a legal contract. I've asked them numerous times to, and I placed orders in the court, and the judge basically threw most of them out until October the 15th, 2014. He required them to make them prove that they had a legal contract. It took me 6 months, 2 times a month, trying to get the judge to order them to prove that they had a legal contract. Well, it's been 2 years later. Just the other day, or yesterday actually, January the 11th, 2017. The other one was in October the 15th, 2014. Now, since they couldn't provide this documentation, the judge decided that they don't have to provide the documentation that he ordered them to do. It clearly shows that he had no intentions of being fair in court. So, you judge for yourself. Thank you. I ask you to ask the plaintiff's counsel to have they actually ever provided any evidence that they contract me.
Well, I think what the response to that is they haven't yet, but they're going to. They're going to file a motion asking the court to give judgment in their favor, and when they do that, they're going to have to file all the contracts or statements and accounts that support their request for judgment against you, and then they'll send you a copy of that.
When you did the October 15, 2014, you said that they have to provide documentation, and Peter Cummings also stated that they would provide documentation to support.
I think you dispute that, Mr. Briggs, and I don't detract from your right to dispute it, but the note and the mortgage are evidence of the legal obligation in my judgment. So you can appeal that and ask the Court of Appeals to review that. But the note and the mortgage themselves are evidence of a legal obligation.
If you watch that video, there should be no question in your mind that Judge Shepard lied in court. And he did this so that there's several reasons. Let me say the reasons are that the banks had created a system from debt, and they hid the fact that debt is illegal and you can't enforce it legally. So they come up with a lot of things so that you would start to believe, because in the old days they knew debt was illegal. The Bible tells you it's illegal. But they created a contract, and they use that. But there's actually no law on debt itself. It's the contract that they place the law on. So, but there's requirements to a contract. They must be legal, moral, and social. Debt doesn't meet any of the requirements. Look it up. The full definition, Webster's, Merriam-Webster's dictionary, the full definition tells you the fullness of what it means. So, they took this and made it a law around the contract, and to get you to believe that they have authority. Well, I just stated that the Bible says that they don't have it, and the law states that they don't have it. Check out illegal contracts or immoral contracts. They don't exist. If the contract is based on things which are illegal or immoral, they do not exist, especially to the courts. They cannot legally enforce an illegal or immoral contract. Look it up for yourself. They don't want you to know this. Okay, now I just said that the Bible said they didn't have any power or authority. The law said they don't have any power or authority. And Judge Shepard and Judge Wingate gave you the evidence that they don't have power or authority. This video proves why would they have to lie if they had authority. All they would have to do is provide the documentation, which is required by law, to prove that their contract meets the requirements of a legal obligation, and then it would be done with. It took me 6 months, 2 times a month, asking the court to require the bank beneficial to provide documentation. They could not do it. So, now remember everyone that was foreclosed that you know. And then think about if you got a lawyer that is willing to break so many laws. You're talking about extortion. If it's not legal, it's extortion. In extortion, you cannot use force or threat to take anything, especially when it's illegal in itself. So, thank you for watching the video.